Hi there and welcome to our Gallop TV preview show for the race meeting at Fairview Racecourse on the poly track. 8 races, first off at 12:25. It's Friday the 13th and I've established off air that Grant Paddock is very superstitious. So I'm not quite sure whether he's going to stay in bed or get to the races. Grant, how are you doing?
Yeah, morning, Graham. All good this side. Weather's a bit chilly. We've had quite a spell of rain and cold weather, but it's poly track tomorrow, and the weather forecast looks pretty decent.
Okay, so let's get straight into it. The first race is a maiden juvenile plate fillies, 1,200 metres, being an 8-race card, first leg of the bipod. The place accumulator is Grant's suggested bet for this meeting. Top of the boards is number 4, Make Believe, at 15-10. Second choice is number 6, Wishes and Dreams. And what is interesting is that Make Believe is trained by Gavin Smith, Wishes and Dreams trained, of course, by Alan Greef. They're both owned by Ridgemont and Devon Heifer. And Richard Fourie, I would imagine, would have had the choice of either, but he's gone with number 6, Wishes and Dream, at 18-10, whereas number 4, Make Believe, to be ridden by Gareth Wright, is at 15-10. Number 5, Money Galore from the Kelly Mitchley stable, off the back of a good debut, is at 3-1. Those are the leaders in the market, anti-post market. How do you see the outcome of race 1, Grant?
Yeah, pretty much those 3 horses are the leading contenders. The rest of them are going to be battling for that 4th check. I'm very much in the camp of Make Believe. A very good debut against older horses last time out, beaten by a filly called City of Dreams, who franked her form and ran a very good first run out the maiden. She's running later on in the day and expected to run a big race. So Make Believe, very, very strong for me. I think the punters can start off with a solid bet on Make Believe. 15-10, I believe, is a very good price. I think she should be closer to 8-10. The dangers, Money Galore, Wishes and Dreams. Wishes and Dreams was quietly fancied first time out and didn't run any kind of a race, and I got to wait to see a turn in her form. Money Galore, very good first run. She has been on the poly before. She hasn't raced on it, but she's worked on it and she's shown decent work, so she'll probably in that 2nd or 3rd position. But very, very strong Graham on Make Believe. I think it's a good start for the punters on the day, and I'm tipping it 4, 5, 6 and 3.
4, 5, 6 and 3 in the first, but a strong first choice for Grant, number 4, Make Believe. Race 2 is the first leg of the place accumulator. It's off at 1 o'clock. It's a maiden plate over 1,300 metres. Again, we have got 2 very short-priced favourites in the form of numbers 1, Grand Allegro. Kelly Mitchley trains, Chad Little rides at 17-10. The favourite is number 2, Green Ochre. Richard Fourie teaming up for Alan Greef, the 3-year-old son at Gimme the Green Light. So 16-10, Green Ochre. 17-10, number 1, Grand Allegro. The only other runner in single figures is number 3, Brooksider, 8-1. They're betting 12s and better by the top 3. But it does look a match in 2. But you're very much in the camp of number 2, Green Ochre, Grant.
Yeah, Graham, my nap for the day, the best bet on the card. A very good introduction to racing on the poly surface last time out. A good second to Royal Kingdom, who's a very smart horse from the Kelly Mitchley yard, and I think we'll go through the divisions. This horse can only come on from that. The biggest danger is obviously Grand Allegro's got the form, got the draw. He's been well tried. He doesn't try very hard, this horse, unfortunately. He'll get it right one day. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to beat Green Ochre, to be very honest with you. The stable companion to Grand Allegro, Global Drumbeat, had a very good first run here in PE in the same race actually as Green Ochre. He was, I think, 2 lengths behind Green Ochre. He has come on in his work, and he's a horse that can run into the trifectas and quartets with a horse like Fizzly Bubbly and Master Wizard from the Cliffy Milliard, who's in superb form. So yeah, very, very strong on the 2, Graham. Is make my nap for the day, and I'm tipping it 2, 1, 5 and 8.
2, 1, 5 and 8. Yes, the number 5, Global Drumbeat, as Grant mentioned, comes out of that Royal Kingdom form line. That's attractively priced. Could be a nice swinger horse, as you heard there from Grant. But Green Ochre gets the nap of the day vote as we move to race 3. And this is a maiden plate for fillies over 1,900 metres, off at 13:35. It's a different type of race. It's quite open. 5, Battle of Britain at the top of the boards at 28-10. Number 2, Mandy, who's been oh so disappointing, is at 7-2. Number 1, Global Scene, 15-4. Number 3, Fantasy Girl at 9-2. Number 4, Hat Montera at 13-2. You can get 8-1. And better the balance. This looks a little more trappy than either the first or second races, Grant.
Yeah, definitely is. maiden, fillies maiden, 1900 on Polly, always very tricky. But I must tell you, Graham, there's been a lot of talk at the track for number 5, Battle of Britain's, a newcomer from the Gavin Smith yard with Craig Zaki aboard from the one draw. Got some fair to decent form in Johannesburg, and that form could be more than strong enough to win a race like this. A lot of strong talk for it. I also respect number 8. There's been some early support, and the Sharon Cotton yard, when they do fancy them, they normally go in quite early. So I haven't got that in my play, but the punters have to take a look at Celtica as well. Hat Montera is another one that holds a couple of horses in this race on her last run. She should be there and thereabouts. And as you say, Mandy and Fantasy Girl have been pretty poor so far, and back end of trifectas and quartets for them. Graham, I'm quite strong on this horse, Battle of Britain, and I'm tipping at 5, 4, 2, and 3.
5, 4, 2, and 3. Battle of Britain making her debut in the Eastern Cape off the back of 3 runs on the Highveld. Race 4, first leg of Jackpot 1. It's an MR 78 handicap over 1900 metres off at 10 past 2. And again, a pretty trappy contest. They bet 7-2 the field. Number 1, Jack in the Green for Richard Fourie and Alan Greef at 7-2. Number 2, Catch the Tune is at 8-1. Number 5 is at 5-1. Number 6, Roll of the Dice, is 8-1. 6, Red William is in fact the second choice in the market at 9-2. Double figures about the balance. 1, Jack in the Green at 7-2. That is the favourite. But Grant, I know it's a 1900 metre race, but a trappy draw of 12.
Yeah, that's no good draw. That I must tell you, he comes from off the pace, and he's going to, with the poly track having quite a bit of rain on it, it's just going to be pretty quick. It's not going to be that easy to make up ground, and he's one of those kind of horses that likes to run at them late. 61 on his back is not going to be easy. He only got a 2-point penalty for winning a good race, but I'm very scared of 61 and a bad draw of 12. Very much in the favour of number 5, Slondemar. He's showing solid form at the moment. Louis is in superb form. Sharon's yard is ticking over very nicely, and I think that's going to be the biggest danger in this race to the one horse Jack in the Green. Number 9, Red William, same story as Sondemar. They come out the same form line. Unfortunately, he's drawn out at 11 and is going to have to get lucky from that draw. And number 8, Kaya Mai, back on the poly over 1900, been running on strongly lately, and he could fill up the back end of Cortez. The pace is going to be on here with number 6, Roll of the Dice from the front, but him too has got to do a lot of work from draw 13 to try and get there. Difficult kind of a race, Graham. I'm tipping at 5, 1, 9, and 8.
5, 1, 9, and 8 as we move to race 5, which is the first leg of Jackpot 2. Fillies and Mares 68 handicap, 2,000 metres. Number 1, Lady Zoltanite is at 4-1. Number 4, Darling Harbour 3-1. Number 5, 3 Cheers 6-1. 7, Sweet Nothings 9-1. 8, Duchess d'Orange is at 7-1. Number 9, Take Your Time is the marginal favourite at 15-4. 10, Mothership at 11-2. Those are the runners quoted in single figures. It's a low-grade Fillies and Mares handicap over 2,000 metres. Grant, what can we expect?
Graham, my value bet on the day here, number 1, Lady Zoltanite, with her apprentice came on Breben Plakies. Breben's riding extremely well. It brings her down to 59.5. She holds a couple of horses here on their last run. Darling Harbour by 3 kilograms for half a length. That's a big swing. 3 Cheers as well, so that's also got to be a bit of a runner. Lower down, Take Your Time, a filly that's holding solid form at the moment. Very good run last time out, didn't get caught wide the whole way. Still ran on very nicely. But I'm quite strong on number 1 here, Ladies Alternate, and I think at the current price of 4-1 is worth a decent each way bet. And I'm tipping at 1, 5, 9, and 4.
So there we go. The value bet for the day, Grant's value pick, is number 1, Lady Zoltanite in race 5. We'll confirm that a little later on at the end of the show when we bring up his suggested bet slide. But in the meantime, let's move on to the first leg of the final pick 3, which is race 6, a Fillies and Mares 82 handicap over 1,200 metres. Number 1, Bomber Girl, is at 13-2. The race, another rematch between numbers 4, Strata at 2-1 with Richard Fourie aboard, and stable companion number 5, Sharapova at 5-2 with Kendall Minnie in the saddle. Number 7, Jambo Sana, is at 15-2. Those are the principals in the market. Can we expect, Grant, this to be a match race between the 2 Alan Greef inmate Strata and Sharapova? And if so, which way are you leaning?
Yeah, I do think so. The biggest danger to that pair is definitely number 1, Bomber Girl. She's a filly that really likes to cracking early on, and with the conditions of the track, it's going to be a definite runner. Unfortunately, she's drawn out at 9, but she's got a hell of a lot of gate speed, and there's no doubt she will be in front swinging for home. How long she can last is another thing, but she's a horse that's definitely got to go into the play. I do think the 2 Greef horses, Strata and Sharapova, are the horses to beat. Richard has gone for Strata. That's probably the right one. Sharapova's up in class here now, but she's holding solid form, and she's got to be considered for the first 2. Jumbo Sana, the 7 horse with Stallone Naidu, and she can pop up when she's wanted. But I think the race will be around numbers 1, 4, and 5, and I'm tipping at 4, 5, 1, and 7.
4, 5, 1, and 7. Moving on to the first leg of the final double, which is race 7. It's an MR88 handicap over 1,600 metres. It's off at 15.55. And it is a competitive handicap. Top of the boards, though, is number 8, Final Edition. Quite short in the market at 22-10, given the open nature of the race. Others in single figures are number 3, Dowser at 7-1, number 4, Wazwota at 7-1, 7, Dinali at 8-1, and number 9, Holocene at 13-2. Final Edition, justified 22-10 favourite in your book?
Very tricky race this, Graham. I must be honest, it's far too short at 22-10. It's more like a 7-2 horse. Got to be honest with you. Got solid form. Richards would jump the board. It's got to be the right one out of the graveyard. I do like Holocene. I must be honest with you. I think he's overpriced. There's very good last run, very good second last time out. Top of weights, the 2 Destiny's Angels, solid front running type from a 2 draw. He needed his comeback run last time out, and he's going to be a massive runner. He'll get out there and he'll stretch him along. And a horse like Vazvota does nothing wrong, runs very well for Jose Ramzan. It's a horse that has to go in as well. Tricky race here. Graham, punters need to go as wide as possible. I've tipped at 8, 9, 2 and 4. But horses, as I say, at the bottom of the race, even Bosnay needs to go in as well.
So a tricky penultimate race, the MR88 handicap over 1,600 metres, maybe, just maybe, Final Edition a bit short in the market, and the race is a bit more open than that. In fact, if you go back to the 11th of April when Wazvota last won over Track and Trip, beating William I, Final Edition was unplaced on that occasion. The 8th and final is a Fillies and Mares low-grade 66 handicap over 1,400 metres. Closes out the race meeting at 16:30. Number 1, Courageous, 28-10. Number 4, Kilmoniveg is at 9-1. Number 5, Lady Luck is at 5-1, a winner last time. 6, Ice Cap is at 13-2. 8, City of Dreams, 11-2. And 10, Colorama at 8-1. Those are the ones quoted in single figures. Not an easy end to the card. That's the way it seems to me. Grant, how do you see it?
Yeah, 100%, Graham. This is one of those quartet kind of a races. You've got to get this one right. It's very, very tricky, the low-grade fillies. City of Dreams, the 8 horse is going to be my first choice. A very good post-maiden, running on stoutly. The extra furlong's definitely going to help. She's got a decent galloping weight and a nice draw of 5. She's going to be my first choice. A horse like Ice Cap, done nothing wrong as well. Good, solid form. Craig Zaki up for Gavin Smith. Big runner. And Colorama won a very good race last time out with Kachedi up, drawn 7. It's got to be there and thereabouts. That'll be running on strongly. And then at the top of the boards, obviously Courageous. I think it's once again very short, 28-10, not the right price on this horse. 61 kilos from draw 11. She's going to have a lot to do. I've got her in the back end of quartets. Graham, I'm tipping this 8, 6, 10 and 1 in what can be a very, very tricky ending to the day.
8, 6, 10 and 1, the top 4 selections for Grant in a trappy final race on the Polytrack at Fairview. So let's go to the betting slide. Grant has tipped us a place accumulator for 144 Rand, and of course, as always, a best bet and a value bet. Take it away, Grant.
Thank you very much, Graham. My best bet comes in race 2, number 2, Green Okra. My value bet, race 5, number 1, Lady Zultanite. And my suggested bet's a place accumulator goes as follows. We open up with Banker 2 by 4 and 5, by 1, 5, 9, by 1 and 9, by 4 and 5, by 8 and 9, by 6, 8 and 10 for 144 Rand full unit.
Thank you, Grant. Well, that's a wrap for this race meeting at Fairview on Friday the 13th of June. Hopefully it turns out to be a winning day for you. Grant, as always, thanks very much for your assistance and for your input and for your time, your study time that you put into these race meetings at Fairview. So hope it's a good day for you.
Thank you very much, Graham, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
Our thanks again to Grant Paddock. As I said at the top of the show, he told me off air, he is quite superstitious, but I'm sure he'll be right there at Fairview Racetrack to enjoy the 8 race program on the Poly.